Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. I hope you're having a great morning this morning. It's Christmas Eve morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. Raining like a son of a gun out there. Not very Christmassy. Hasn't felt like Christmas anyway, with all the Corona stuff going on. Also, Ontario is the province of Ontario shutting down for 28 days. So I'm working at Home Depot as one of the managers there, so that means curbside, which is a whole other ball of fun. But anyway, I digress. I want to continue my look at um, albums to discover through Discog Shuffle. But before I do that, I'm still reeling over the amazing haul that was sent to me yesterday by Aaron Mutha Alamar. Um, 14 albums in total, 13 vinyl, and one double CD live at Fillmore, Allman Brothers. Aaron, I couldn't pick any better albums. He knew what I liked to a T, and that's pretty remarkable. And Aaron's the type of guy that represents the vinyl community and the way it should be. Super positive. Love his Tipsy Tuesdays. Great guy. If you don't know Aaron, go and sub his channel and watch his videos. He's so knowledgeable. Got an amazing collection, and really cool guy. So as I said, I want to continue my Albums to Discover series. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. It gives me a chance to not only rediscover albums, but to listen to these albums again and learn a lot about the album and the artists. And it just really helps me enjoy my collection a lot more. So I think it's a cool series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. But this is a little bit of a departure from what I normally listen to, but I can't take away from the respect and admiration and success these guys have had. And this is Hall & Oates. This is Rock and Soul Part 1, their greatest hits. That's the only album I have of these guys. But it came up on my Discog Shuffle, so it's on RCA, cool RCA label. Pretty successful greatest hits album. You've got all their hits, obviously. Sarah Smile, She's Gone, Rich Girl, Kiss on My List, You Make My Dreams, Private Eyes, I Can't Go For That, No Can Do, Man Eater, One on One, live version of Wait For Me. I think it was live in Montreal, if I'm not mistaken. Say It Isn't So, a newer song for these guys, and Adult Education. And yeah, pretty awesome stuff. And there's the lyrics for Adult Education. So Daryl Hall, John Oates also features G.E. Smith, Tom T-Bone Wolk, Mickey Curry, and Charlie Dechant. So Hall & Oates, pretty interesting career. These guys are as I said, as far as a rock pop duo, at the top of their game. Daryl's Place is a pretty cool show if you haven't seen Daryl's Place, where he invites all these amazing artists into his house and plays tunes and everything else. He's a pretty cool guy. So these guys were formed in 1970 in Philadelphia. Of course, Daryl Hall, main lead singer, keyboardist, songwriter, guitarist, producer, and all around great artist. And then you have John Oates, rock, rhythm and blues guitarist, occasional lead singer on a few songs, but obviously backup singer as well. So co-writes most of the songs. Also writes his own songs as Daryl writes his own songs as well, and they collaborate together. Um, so as I said, they collaborate the songs, writing together or individually, um, and they hit their stride probably mid 70s to mid 80s as far as their peak, as far as their creative um, greatness, and they're still around, they're still performing, but uh, not as perhaps not as successful as they were in those, say, that 10-year period. Um, the music's hard to put a label on, as it's pop rock, obviously. It's got some soul, some blues to it, some funk, rhythm and blues, and they don't fit into a particular category. They were out in the disco year, but they're not disco. Um, Definitely a pop oriented group, but amazing vocals, amazing songs, and obviously super popular. They've sold over 40 million records in their career. They've had 6 number one hits, like Rich Girl, Kiss on My List, Private Eyes, I Can't Go For That, Man Eater, and Out of Touch. And then other great songs like She's Gone, and Sarah Smile. I mean, these guys are first of all, Daryl Hall's got an amazing voice, and the songs are powerful as well. They're not sappy love songs, they're pretty powerful songs. So Billboard themselves, Billboard magazine named Hall & Oates one of the most successful duos of the rock era, which I agree with for sure. In 2003, they were inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and they made the top 100 greatest artists of all time at number 15, which is pretty remarkable. They were inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014, and they even have a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. Not too many groups have that. Um, they're no slouch in the pop music field by any means. So they met around 1967. They were both fronting their own bands at the time, and they were actually in a band competition. And Daryl Hall was the lead singer with the Temp Tones, and John Oates was the lead singer in the Masters. Around that time, a lot of gang wars as well in that area. So there was a gang war that broke out during this competition, and they both took off running. They ended up in an elevator together, and after spending some time together, hiding from all this gangster activity, they both discovered they had the same interest in music. So they got to collaborate. They started writing together. They started, obviously getting to know each other. Moved into an apartment, and 2 years later formed the Hall & Oates duo, and of course the rest is history. So it's kind of cool how fate brings people together, and it happens a lot in these bands. I guess that's what makes these bands so great, is that something brings these two artists who are great on their own right, and look what happens. And that happens in so many other bands. Like if you watch the ZZ Top documentary, I mean, individually they were all doing okay, but once you put the three together, they just everything gels. And it happens in so many other bands. Their first 3 albums were good, but didn't really chart. Only one single from it was She's Gone, which kind of started their recognition. They hit it big, though, with the hit Sarah Smile off of the Silver album, or the Daryl Hall and John Oates album, it's called. I think that was their 4th album. And it was their first top 10 hit. And their second single, Rich Girl, was their first #1 hit, and then that just put them on the map to stardom. And as I said earlier, the rest is history. They've had 18 albums, 11 live albums, 27 compilation albums, and 63 singles. So, again, you can't take away the success that these guys had. You have to respect them for, even though that may be not your genre, you've got to respect them for what they do, and I do for sure. As I said, my main is, classic rock, alternative rock, but occasionally, guys like these, you got the Elton Johns, the David Bowies, and all these great pop artists, even Prince. I mean, one of the best guitarists ever, and he just blows everyone away. He blew everyone away, unfortunately, no longer with us. But the talent in these people is just what I admire for sure. So this one here, this Greatest Hits album, is a hit on its own. I mean, it's released in 1983. It went 2 times platinum in Canada, 2 times platinum in the U.S., and gold in the UK. Of course, and again, all the big hits off of this one. And it's the only album I have of these guys, but not to say I wouldn't get any more. But I mean, I love Sarah Smile. She's Gone. Powerful song. Rich Girl, just a cool pop song. Private Eyes. All kinds of cool stuff. And yeah, so there you have it. There's an album to discover, a band to discover, a duo to discover. So what else is on the Discog Shuffle for my next video coming up? This is the cool thing about Discogs, is that I just never know. So again, there's my Nothing Chosen. I go up here and hit the random item. I don't know if you can see that with the glare. There it is there. Random item. Oh, look at that. Oh, Abbey Road. This is going to be a difficult one, because there's so many people more knowledgeable than myself to talk about this one. But hey, I'm going to do my best. Anyway, I wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. All the best in the new year. Thank you to all the beautiful people that I've become friends with on the vinyl community. I've become very close friends with Mr. Glenn Calloway down the road. Glenn Calloway from the Basement. Aaron, of course, remarkable guy. Chris Prophy, Chris Blues Vinyl guy. I'm gonna miss a bunch of people, probably, and Miranda, and so many great people, so many positive people, and that's what I love about this. I mean, and all this negative stuff we have going on in the world, to group together a bunch of great positive people who have the same interest. Yeah, we may be geeky in the fact that we love our music so much in this digital age, but there's something about the dig, and there's something about the find, and you guys all know what I'm talking about. It's hard to describe, but once you find that album that you've been searching for, and you dig through it, and you see the label, and you see the cover, and you see who's on that particular album, it's just, the bells start dinging and everything else. It's hard, again, it's hard to explain to someone who's not into this type of, I don't know if you call it a hobby. I call it a passion. And it's going to continue to grow. I'm running a room though. I'm moving my collection into the second bedroom just to make more room here. But anyway, I'm rambling on. Have yourself a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas to everyone, and thank you so much for all your support, all your love, all your wonderful comments. I can't thank you enough. Have yourself a great day. Bye now.